We have launched two new features in the report. One is called target values and the other one is called threshold levels. These new features can be used in weighted question types, for instance radio buttons, a matrix or an MPS. Let's start with the first one called target values, and you can find it here, set target, and it's very easy to apply. You just click on add target. Obviously it is working with values and average values. So target 1, for instance, this can be written in any way and you can obviously write anything you want. It does not necessarily have to be target. This is our first target. Let's put the target 2 as well. And just by saving these settings, the page will then look different. As you can see, there's a value here, and we can see that the total average of this company is above the 2 targets. But what happens if we apply this target distinction between the different regions, for instance? This is another breakdown that we have. It's a background data. And here we can see that all the regions in our survey, in our respondent list, contains this target. So the change is obviously in the graph. The graph will look a bit different with these 2 targets and a split upon regions. But just to understand how this works, you just have to click here, add the target and apply a breakdown, for instance. Otherwise you can keep it on the whole survey. When the question is different, when the question is a matrix, like in this case, you might want to use a different type of visualization in the report. And in this case, the threshold level would be a good idea. You can click here at the same time, set threshold intervals, and then you may choose some colors here. Maybe you want to have your own code, for instance, and you can write text. Obviously, you can edit this as well. This is how it works. You can work with decimals as well, of course. I just wrote 3 text examples here, but you can obviously have a tailor-made text as well. You can choose whatever you want, but the most important thing is that you will display this box. And it's not only the graph, but it's also the color of the different values, as you can see, is displayed in the same color that you have in the graph. And the same goes for the table here. So threshold levels, target values. You can also combine these 2 features and apply a target as well. If the target here on average is to, let's say, 75 for the whole company, you can see that all the regions are exceeding this target in each of the different statements here of this matrix. How does it work with NPS question? It's very easy to check. If we have an NPS target of 25, for instance, and we set this target, it's not going to be displayed in this box, it's going to be displayed in the table. And in the table, it's very easy to see that at this point, none of the region is reaching that target. None of them. One is on 10, the other one is minus 26. And here you can see the difference between the target and the actual value that the region in this case has reached. So very easy to apply and very clear to visualize in the survey.